Hi, Group 1. How can you redefine success for yourself? You've got temperance. The reason behind this is Six of Wands in reverse, okay? And the advice is Three of Swords in reverse. I was going to say Six of Wands in reverse, but I said Six of Swords in reverse. And since anything happens during the reading, it's part of the reading, meaning that I have a strong feeling that you really want to get away from the definition of your success, or maybe it's not your definition. Maybe it's a societal pressure that you want to escape from. And I think it's a great time for you to choose another path. Maybe you want to challenge new things. You want to try new things. And it's almost like even welcoming some challenges in your life, because now you are the temperance. You are so emotionally very stable, and you know how to give. You're very generous, and this happened because you had so many life experiences. Yeah, it's not coincidence. I think it's based on your path that you chose. This is so beautiful. And I have a feeling that a lot of you guys have already transformed yourself. So now I think you have realized that something is wrong with the world. Maybe you have seen this kind of cat. This cat is a little scary for Six of Wands. You have seen go-getters. I mean, go-getters are not scary. Well, depending on people. Maybe you have seen scary go-getters, right? People who don't really care about others, but just wanting something that they want, and only chasing what they want, but not really caring about other people. And I think you have seen this enough, and you want to get away from this, and I think you're ready to get away from this, so that's good. Advice here is Three of Swords in reverse. If you're feeling like you're a failure, you're not, okay? Because you have realized something very important here. Temperance is like, it's almost like you, let's say you're 6 years old, and then now you're like 40 years old. That kind of shift that you have experienced. And you might be experiences or feeling heartbreaks inside of you. Maybe there was a dream that you wanted to make it come true. However, I feel like you're already like past it. I think you're ready to move on, and I think you want to move on from here. That's great. And you got Seven of Swords in reverse, at the bottom of the deck, meaning that, you have seen too many competitions. You didn't even have a time to self-reflect in the past. And maybe some of you guys got injured or maybe sick as well, emotionally very unstable and very confused in the past, and you still have to choose something from yourself. And then maybe you have seen a gorgeous like happy connections that other people have, and now you're like, okay, I want to change. So I think it's a great opportunity for you to do some self-reflection and be ready to welcome the new. Beautiful. So I want to clarify those cards to see more insights. Yeah, I feel very like nervous energy from you guys. So maybe you could be scared to get away from this certain definition of success in your life. Maybe, well, it depends on where you live. Maybe working and being independent is your freedom, or maybe your success in your country. On the other hand, maybe having a family could be the definition of success. So I think it really depends. See, I'm so having a hard time talking. Talking. This card is about communication. So maybe you have difficulties even in communicating with somebody about this. And the Temperance card was Lent, right? Okay, you're still healing from this. Okay, let's take a look. Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, I think you're hurt. but that's okay. Temperance is clarified by Eight of Wands in reverse, the Lovers, okay, the Sun in reverse. I think you have found the right person, right place, right choices in your life. And I like two major arcanas here. I think you're ready to move on to the next stage of your life. So I want to say congratulations for your choices that you're making right now. I think it's going to be so beautiful, okay? And Eight of Wands in reverse, you're tired, you know? You're tired of, sick and tired of like email coming at you all the time, and you would have to probably work for 24/7 and sacrificing your health a lot. And I think you don't want this anymore. Yeah. Good. And Six of Wands in reverse is clarified by Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the High Priestess, and Six of Pentacles. Okay, the reason behind of this awakening is because you've gained some intuition, like a huge intuition. I don't know if it was awakening. I think it has something to do with finances, money, finances, or money, money related to love, or money related to family matters, or friends as well. Maybe you have lost your friends. Well, it's not like you lost the friends. Maybe they lost you, right? You know, take it how it resonates. But yeah, definitely there was a separation here because of the financial differences, or maybe financial philosophies that you guys had, and basically you had enough. You know, yeah, basically you had enough in this capitalistic way of living lifestyle. And you also gained some insights, new insights related to friends, family, and love as well. And you've learned to give as well. Yeah. And advice is Three of Swords in reverse is clarified by Ten of Cups. Nine of Cups in reverse in the World. Okay. I think you want a company. I think you want family. I think you want even reconciliation with your family members, or yeah, fulfillment. But now you're not fulfilled yet, I think. Or maybe some other people were envious of your success, and you saw it and you didn't like it. However, the advice here is that, you know what? This is a World card. It's time for you to change your perspective, and you're on the right path. Yeah, you're on the right path of choosing a new lifestyle for yourself, because you have already redefined success for yourself. Yeah, so the question was, how can you redefine success for yourself, right? I think you have already redefined your success. Like you already know the answer. What you have to do from here is just go forward. Yeah, trust yourself, believe in yourself, and just go forward. And I think it has a lot to do with love and fulfillment within you. So whatever you're doing, if you feel like you have already healed from this heartbreak, or maybe even regrets, try to focus on love in general, not only just family. I mean, and family is important to you, I feel like, but not only that, I think, you know, it's really important for you to focus on love within others and within you. And how can you fulfill both of them? And how can you find the right balance for everybody? And I think that's going to be your answer, your own answer, to redefine your success. And eventually it's going to show the way to move forward, because you can manifest, right? So that's what I have for you. I hope it helped, and I wish you good luck, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi, Group 2. How can you redefine success for yourself? You've got the Fool. The reason behind this is this Knight. Yes, Knight of Swords in reverse. And the advice is Ace of Pentacles. to free yourself. Yeah, to free yourself in order for you to redefine success for yourself. Because, you have done a lot of thinkings already. I think you have like strategies inside of you already, and I think you're ready to move on to the life that you want to live. And yeah, you have this idea. I think, you know what? I think my cards are saying that to just go for it. If you have a new goal in your life, maybe it's about, living in countryside, or do you want to go traveling? A kind of vibe that I'm getting here. You really want to free yourself. You really want to like get out of this concrete jungle and be alone and feel the sunshine and revisit your old memories and cleanse all the bad energies and negative energies, and you want to come back to who you are. So I think it's the right time for you to redefine success for yourself. Let me clarify each cards. I think it's a beautiful timing of your life. So be ready to explore and stay curious. Yeah, stay curious. That's what it says. You could be a little bit confused now with the Knight of Swords in reverse, but maybe there are things that you haven't said to somebody. Eight of Cups, see? It's time for you to move on. And you probably have moved on already. And the Fool is clarified by Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, Ace of Cups in reverse and King of Pentacles in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. Whoa. You had enough. Okay. You have seen people who are only focused on money, finances, success, and status. And those people didn't have love toward others and not to themselves as well. They don't know how to do self-care, and it's almost like snatching energy. Whenever they found something that somebody has, and if they want that things that somebody has, they're just gonna snatch it. And I think you've seen it and you don't like it. Because you're such a lovely person. Because if you flip it up, you've got so much love to yourself and to others as well. And you know how to save money, not just take and use it anyway. You know how to save money. You're smart. And you also know how to give love to other people. Very emotionally stable. However, you have seen people quite opposite. That's why these are all universal. Yeah. You're fed up with it. And that's why you need freedom now. And Knight of Swords in reverse is clarified by Five of Swords in reverse, King of Wands in reverse, and Queen of Pentacles. Like I said, maybe there could be somebody you haven't talked about this stuff. Or maybe there is somebody you want to be close to, but this person is so successful in your eyes. And you might be feeling like you're defeated a little bit. However, Ace of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, right? If there is somebody you want to reach to, and if this person looks so mature and financially very stable, if you choose your own path, and if you're not drifted by this capitalistic way of living, you might actually have more opportunities to get closer with this person, because it's connected. Ace of Pentacles. See, this pentacle is this. You see? And this queen is looking over you. So I think this queen, whoever this is for you, this could be your mom or lover, maybe a love interest as well, but this person is supporting you definitely, okay? So if you have somebody who you want to reach to, then go for it. I mean, go for it as choosing your own path. Yeah. So it's not time for you to immerse yourself into, like, going back and immerse yourself into this money oriented and only like greed oriented world. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles is clarified by Emperor, the Star, and Ace of Wands in reverse. Two major arcanas, upright, and Ace, both Ace. First of all, you have to take care of your body. I think you need some rest. That's for sure. And I think what you need is freedom, right? You know what? Trust that you can get to the Emperor state in the future. I think you could be feeling like that you're not good enough, or you wouldn't be able to reach to, how do I say this? Like, maybe you're feeling like you're not gonna get what you want in the future. Yeah. However, you will. However, in order for you to reach this Emperor state, it might take some time little right now, because it seems like, I feel like you're very young. Yeah, maybe your soul is very young. So it might take a little bit of time for you to reach this status. However, if you do it now, you can get this status. And the status, it's so complicated, because the reason why I'm saying this status is because I'm not talking about status as to feel superior than others. I'm talking about you having enough confidence and to be able to show up to people with who you truly are. And in order for you to do that, you need to discover yourself a lot more than now. Yeah, because this is the Ace. This is the beginning. So you have to start something new. Start something that you haven't tried in your life yet. And there is somebody who's supporting you. However, please take care of your body, because you might have a tendency to just like push yourself way too much, but don't do that. Take it slow, little by little, but it's gonna be okay, because you're gonna reach your goal one day. Yeah. Beautiful. So to wrap this up, if you want freedom, then go for it. Yeah. And there is somebody supporting you. If you want to go traveling, I think it's a great time for you to start making a plan and actually do it. And trust yourself, like believe in yourself that you're going to be successful in the future in your own way. Yeah. So that's my reading for you. I hope it helped, and I wish you good luck, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi, Group 3. How can you redefine success for yourself? You've got Eight of Swords in reverse, and the background story is Page of Pentacles, and the advice is Nine of Wands in reverse. I think you're wondering, I think you're very young. And you're passionate. There are some ideas that you want to get away from, and I think you already know that. However, maybe you're in the middle of a journey of finding a stability in your finances. Advice here is, well, to take care of yourself first. But however, how do I say this? Like, I feel really restless energy from you. So you could be working too hard now. Yeah. It's almost like my hands are kind of trembling. Like, kind of like my heartbeat is beating really fast with this group. And the red, red is about blood and pressure, and it's supposed to be mean passion, but feeling too much pressure, like so you could be feeling that way too. So in order for you to redefine success for yourself is you have to define what you need to leave behind first. Yeah, let me clarify a little bit more already, because you're so focused on your finances. You're so focused on this one idea that you have. And I think it's a good thing too. However, what is this about? Because, you know, if you're happy with saving money, I think more happy cards will show up here. However, it seems like you're having hope in the future. At the same time, you're not really happy with what you're doing right now, and you're wondering if it's like what with how do I say this, you're wondering if what you're doing would align with things that you want in the future. That kind of vibe that I'm getting here. So it's almost like you're restlessly working hard without a plan, or this could be someone this could be about something that someone told you to do. It could be about your parents or society or teachers. And I think my cards are saying that you kind of have to learn how to derail yourself from what other people are saying, because there is a generational gap. If this is about your parents, you know, if your parents are telling you to just, there's only one way to live this world, and if you derail yourself, then you're gonna just die. Well, that's not gonna happen, okay? Because it's, you know, derail is probably too extreme for you guys, but try to have open-minded to options. Yeah, that's what's saying, I think. Because there is a generational gap. You know, maybe your parents didn't know how to use computer back then when you were in your age. You know, things are changed. Things are different now. Page of Wands. You need to communicate with somebody. Yeah, choices, right? I think, yeah, maybe you need to communicate with the parents or somebody around you. Okay, so Eight of Swords in reverse is clarified by the Tower. Three of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. What happened? Because it seems like you have experienced a huge moment of heartbreak. But this, I don't know if it's about love. Maybe this, I don't know. Maybe this could be about getting injured or getting sick or getting depression or something like that. Or something very unexpected happening in your life. And because of that, I think you're still healing. You're still in the healing process of grief. And now you're ready to move on and wanting to make some money and be financially stable. And I think it's a normal dream. However, you're not satisfied with something that's making you stuck. So let's take a look at the reason here. So Page of Pentacles is clarified by Seven of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and Hangman in reverse. So you do feel stuck here. Is there somebody who's a little bit blind about the idea of finances? Because it seems like there is something that you were doing that you were so happy about. Maybe the payment was not really good, but I think you were happy with your job or with what you're studying. However, there could be, well, this could be about your dad, who is, they're not trying to control you. It's just that they have this specific idea of success in their mind and they want you to be successful. However, the way they push their success onto you is like, too stubborn. Too stubborn, I would say. And that's why you're feeling like you're stuck, you know? I've done all this, and why do you criticize me like that? The kind of vibe that I'm getting here. So I think it's time for you to be independent, group 3. And advice is 9 of Wands in reverse. Is clarified by the Lovers in reverse, okay? 5 of Cups and the World in reverse. Also, this heartbreak could be about lovers too. You know, Lovers in reverse. Well, there are several stories here that I see, but I think the main story here is that again, I think it could be about the conflict with their parents or society or ideas that you have to be able to make a partnership with somebody in the futures, and you have to make family or something like that. But I think you're not ready. I don't think you're ready for this. 5 of Cups. I think you're still focused on the, you know, group or community that you were used to be in. I think you're missing your group. So maybe it has something to do with the Tower moment and the 3 of Swords. Maybe you had to leave this community, or maybe you had to change your school, or maybe you're thinking about your own identity, right? I don't think, well, if your parents are pushing you to get married or like pushing you to do something, I don't think you're ready yet. I think you need to heal yourself first, see? Yeah, I think you need to take some rest now. You need more time. You need more time. And the World in reverse. Yeah, you have to find a long-term success, right? Instead of, so maybe, you know, the question was, how can you redefine success for yourself, right? So maybe you're following the success that your parents are saying, or maybe the society was saying, which was to make money really fast and a lot. However, I don't think that's what you want to do. I think you want to take more time to really think which community you want to be in before thinking about money. I mean, obviously, I think you want to make some money and save your money, and that's good. I mean, you know, nothing wrong with it. However, I think what you need right now is community rather than being a go-getter and just, you know, get money constantly. Yeah. So, in order for you to redefine success for yourself, first of all, please acknowledge what you've done in the past. You know, you have done a lot, actually. Okay? And there are things that you were working very hard. And so please don't underestimate that. And even if your parents or somebody is pushing you too much, it's time for you to communicate because you're independent. Okay? So you have to say, well, I don't want to push yourself, but push you guys, but how do I say this? Like, if you feel pressured, then you can say that I am independent now. There are things that I've been working really hard, and right now I need some time to think about my future. So I would really appreciate it if you give me a little bit more time so that I can figure it out by myself with ease. Yeah, maybe that's what you could say. Also, you got to take care of yourself, okay? Take more rest. I think you need more rest. It's necessary. Yeah. And then think about the community that you want to in. Think about the community that you want to be in, and that will lead you to the long-term success in your own definition. Yeah, that's what I have for you. I hope it helped, and I wish you good luck, and I'll see you soon. Bye.